Good day, I'm Twyla Whelan, and this is your JIS News for Monday, October 23, 2023. Jamaica is enjoying 20 quarters of unbroken economic growth. And according to Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke, this is due to the country experiencing the best macroeconomic fundamentals it has ever had. Dr. Clarke was speaking recently at the opening session of the IDB's Sub-Regional Policy Dialogue on Ecosystems of Entrepreneurship and Innovation in the Caribbean region. It was held at the AC Hotel by Marriott in Kingston.
Our development is being pursued with a strategy that ensures, or that pursues rather, sustainable, continuous, consecutive, unbroken quarters of economic growth. And there's no administration that has achieved unbroken levels of quarterly economic growth that exceed what has been achieved in this administration. In fact, 20 unbroken quarters of economic growth is a record for Jamaica and double what was previously recorded as the longest stretch of quarterly economic growth.
He explains what this means for the country's development.
Now, what this stability of growth has achieved for us is record numbers of persons employed. Our unemployment rate at 4.5%, representing over 1.3 million persons employed, the first time in Jamaica's history that we have broken the 1.3 million mark in terms of employed persons.
Government has started work on about 25% of the recommendations for education transformation in Jamaica. The Education Transformation Oversight Committee, ETOC, says it's making progress on 93 of the 365 recommendations contained in the 2022 Jamaica Education Transformation Commission JETC report.
The big recommendation coming out of the report is the implementation of the Jamaica Teaching Council Bill. This bill dates back to 2004. We have been putting together the final bill for Parliament, or expectation or hope. We're working towards by the end of this fiscal year, and then the regulations thereafter.
The Education Minister gave the update at a recent press briefing held at Jamaica House. Chairman of ETOC, Adrian Stokes, added that there was progress in improving the accounting system across all schools.
That's very, very important when we speak to governance and accountability with regards to financial management, ensuring that you have an accounting system that can track and keep proper records.
Government is seeking input from all stakeholders to help develop an inclusive mental health policy for children and adolescents. Education Minister Favour Williams says this will include young people whose participation will assist in building a stronger and more comprehensive approach to mental health. To demonstrate the effects of mental illness on young people, she cites a 2017 Global School Health Survey. It found that 1 out of every 4 Jamaican adolescents aged 13 to 17 years had thought about suicide.
With the lingering stigma around mental health, we cannot be complacent in addressing these issues. Indeed, that same 2021 World's Children Report said in Jamaica, 16.5% of adolescents live with a diagnosed mental health disorder. There is therefore an urgent need to provide the resources to help our young people face these challenges.
Minister Williams was speaking at the recent National Youth Mental Health Summit in Kingston. The summit was held for 2 days and had the participation of about 100 students from across the island. The 2-day event was a combined effort of the Ministries of Education and Youth and Health and Wellness, in partnership with UNICEF and the Jamaica Advocacy Youth Network.
The reality is mental illness is everybody's problem. We are all and can all be affected. We are all vulnerable. We know someone who has been affected. It cannot remain a silent sickness or a silent disease. Society is better off if we discuss it, if we overcome the stigma, and if we take it on at the community level, one person at a time, one family at a time, one community at a time.
The Ministry of Agriculture will be rolling out a new backyard gardening program on November 1. Portfolio Minister Floyd Green made the announcement during a World Food Day national ceremony and exposition at Newell High School in St. Elizabeth recently. As part of the program, the Agriculture Ministry will be distributing 3,000 backyard gardening kits island-wide on a first-come, first-served basis. Recipients will be partnered with the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, which will provide essential guidance and track the progress of the gardens.
So that we help you in terms of rolling out your backyard garden, and we also track what you're doing as we help you drive vegetable production across the country.
The new program is intended to bolster food security and encourage sustainable farming practices across Jamaica.
So we are taking a full 360 approach to the concept of food security. And it's very important that all of us recognize that we have a role to play.
And finally, Minister of Labour and Social Security Pernell Charles Jr. is now in Canada on a mission to improve the Overseas Farm Work Program. The minister, who is accompanied by a high-level delegation from his ministry, arrived in Canada on Sunday. During his visit, Minister Charles Jr. will be journeying to several farms, engaging in intensive discussions with the farm workers on the ground. The minister and his team will also be reviewing various notable locations that were pinpointed in prior reports to gain a comprehensive understanding of the program's current status. It is expected that crucial feedback will be gathered to significantly inform future strategic directions to augment and diversify the program. Following the trip, the Labour Minister will address Parliament, sharing his findings and unveiling further strategic initiatives. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Twyla Whelan. Thanks for watching.